I wanted to please every customer and give them honest value, and to be pleasant with them when they walked into the door. Do a few extra things to make him want to come back.
In the darkest days of the Great Depression, unemployment in America was at 25%, and many banks and businesses were forced to close.
And they were very depressing times and very sad times for the nation as a whole.
But while most felt gloom and despair, 31-year-old Arthur Taubman saw challenge and opportunity. He pawned his Masonic ring, his car, and his wife's engagement ring to purchase 3 failing stores in Virginia.
Insofar as their values were concerned, they had a negative net worth. That means it owed more money than it had in the way of assets.
Still, the young entrepreneur had the self-confidence and determination to pursue his dream.
I had faith in myself that I had the capacity to do something with it.
With a business model based on honesty and integrity, Mr. Taubman did do something with it, prospering and expanding his business of sporting goods, auto parts, and accessories in the face of overwhelming odds.
We did not have a depression. The Advance stores didn't have it. Every year our volume increased, some years quite substantially. And it kept going that way, and it still is going that way. It's never stopped.
World War II threatened to stop Advance stores as they were known, when rationing made auto parts and many other quality products nearly impossible to obtain. Mr. Taubman kept the company in business by filling his inventory with household goods, toys, and most anything he could get his hands on.
No, when you have to do something, you find a way. We just couldn't close up our stores and wait for the war to end. We had to survive.
Advance not only survived, we thrived, closing out the 1950s with more than 50 stores and over $60 million in sales.
This is a special place to be and to work.
In 1956, Arthur's son Nick joined the company. Nick worked at nearly every position, learning all aspects of the family business from the inside out. He earned his way through the ranks with a reputation for hard work and a commitment to people.
In 1961, while I was a college student at Duke, a chance to get into the automotive aftermarket presented itself. We found the opportunity and purchased General Parts Warehouse. Our sales for the first month were $18,000. But by the end of 1962, our first full year in business, our sales had reached $651,000, and our net profit was just over $200. That's $200 for the year.
We're not a successful company, we're a company of successful people. We have little victories every day and big victories in the long run.
In 1969, he became president and began to strategically move the company away from household items to focus more on auto parts and accessories, renaming the company Advance Auto.
Now I introduce our newest store, so give us a try.
When America moved to the suburbs in the 70s, Advance moved with them, updating our brand and image with bright, clean, and well-organized stores. Our impressive growth was aided by a new state-of-the-art point-of-sales computer system that tracked sales and inventory.
In 1973, we convinced Dan Bach from New York and Joe Hughes from Indianapolis to join us to form a marketing program for independent auto parts stores. Ed Whitehurst, who was our sales and marketing manager at the time, kept tossing out names for the new program and tried out the name Conquest. A young man from our advertising agency replied, CarQuest, and the rest is history. We signed our first store late in that year, and it belonged to Bill Cotton in my hometown of Sanford. And his business has been a CarQuest store ever since. A few years later, in 1976, my brother Ham and I recognized that the key to our continued growth would be the ability to attract, hire, and retain great teammates who shared a commitment to be the best, to deliver outstanding customer service and held the highest principles of doing business. 3 of our original teammates are still active in the company today: Mike Graham, Mary Pope, and Bill Norris.
Advance Auto Parts was almost totally destroyed in 1985 by a devastating flood that washed through the Advance headquarters and warehouse in Roanoke, Virginia.
It was literally a 100% loss of all the inventory in the warehouse. We lost all of our computer capability. All of our files were destroyed or waterlogged. It was a horrible, horrible mess.
But what could have been the end of Advance Auto became a new beginning. The entire Advance family rallied together and quickly got back into business with a minimal loss in sales and an accelerated growth plan. It was a remarkable recovery.
We literally thought we could do anything. In fact, we had the saying that as long as we work together, we can do anything, we can accomplish any goal, we can overcome any obstacle.
You may not know it, but by the early 1980s, there were 20 CarQuest member companies serving most of the country. We took our first steps out of the Carolinas in 1980 with the acquisition of General Trading Company in St. Paul, Minnesota, a company that got its roots in the 1850s in the horse and buggy supply business. In 1983, we merged with Valley Motor Supply in Billings, Montana, and earned some important lessons in automotive parts store partnerships. From those lessons, we developed our joint venture store program, which has helped thousands of hardworking GPI teammates own a significant piece of the stores they worked so hard to grow. Also in 1983, we were able to convince Joe Owen to join the GPI management team. Joe has been my friend, my partner, and an incredible asset to this company for 25 years. By the late 1980s, the marketplace was changing again. Vehicles with computers were converting do-it-yourselfers into do-it-for-me customers. The pendulum was swinging back toward the professional technician, and we needed to alter our course. The history of CarQuest was forever changed in 1987 when we established the CarQuest mission statement and adopted a plan to sell CarQuest branded products only through CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
Advance rebounded by constructing a massive new distribution center, enabling us to more than double our store count. And by the mid-90s, we became the fastest growing retailer in the country. It was now time to get serious about the auto parts business.
We were an accessory store. I mean, people came to us for floor mats and batteries and headlights, and we really weren't recognized as a parts business.
Now renamed Advance Auto Parts, we launched a premium private label brake line known as Wherever that would become a national brand and help us begin to develop a critical relationship with professional installers and garages.
We were real. We just weren't, just saying, give us your business and we'll forget about you. We did a lot of things for them. We tried to involve them. We tried to ask them a lot of questions.
This one we can do, or is that we can come up here?
We tried to learn from our customers, and I think that was a big key right there.
They bend over backwards to try to help people and help us, and the name of the game is take care of the customer.
Taking care of the customer would mean not only more quality auto parts delivered quickly, but more stores and distribution centers as well.
We continued to grow throughout the 1990s, but what we took on beginning in 1997 was something for the record books. Opportunities such as expanding into Canada, and acquiring Republic Automotive and Big A Auto Parts in the fall of 1998 only come along once in a lifetime. As a result, in 2.5 years, we expanded the number of CarQuest stores by over 900 in the U.S. and Canada. No company in the automotive aftermarket has ever tackled so much growth in such a short period. The GPI teammates stepped up to the line, making the personal sacrifices necessary to get the job done, and double the company's net sales to over $1 billion between 1993 and 1998. In 2004, with the marketplace once again making major shifts, resulting in the loss of market share by the big three U.S. automakers, we acquired Worldpac, the largest distributor of import automotive products in the U.S. This important and critical step allowed us to have the best availability of import products in our industry. In 2005, we formed General Parts International, Inc. to serve as a holding company for all the companies that now form our family.
The new century brought a competitive aggression to Advance Auto Parts. Our purchase of Western Auto, Parts America, Discount Auto Parts, plus a number of smaller chains would propel Advance through the most significant period of growth in our company's history. Our 75th anniversary would bring more challenges, changes, and a window of opportunity to transform our business with e-commerce initiatives, global sourcing solutions, and commercial acceleration. A winning strategy of service leadership and superior availability with an unprecedented investment in people, parts, and programs leads our team on a journey of excellence.
Excellence is a winning habit. I'm proud. I want each and every one of you to be proud of working for this company. But I don't want you to be satisfied. Not satisfied yet. Our greatest opportunities and our greatest days are still ahead of us.
A renewed focus on our values serves our customers and our team. Extraordinary community engagement efforts supporting local and national charities continue to fulfill a promise made more than 80 years ago.
Whatever success there's been at Advance Auto Parts has been accomplished with and by and because of the finest group of people I've ever had the opportunity to know or to be associated with in any kind of venture.
Your future has great opportunities, and it is up to you to help make the difference.